What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade coming to y'all with the hottest topics around the NBA. This time, we're going to talk about some of those things. There's a lot of role players, a lot of depth type of players getting picked up right now. It's just an abundance of talent still that's not even in the NBA. And some of these guys, you will be surprised that it took this long for them to get a deal. Some of these guys was considering going overseas because they didn't think they was going to get a deal, but they hung in there, they waited, they negotiated, and something came for them, and it ended up popping off for them. And Thomas Bryant, I'm a little late on this by a couple hours. He agreed to a 1 year deal with the Cleveland Cavaliers. He's going to be able to play with Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, and Larry Nance Jr. He is a big that is athletic. He is a big that can make a three. In 66 games last season with the Miami Heat and the Indiana Pacers, Thomas Bryant averaged 6 points and 3 rebounds in 14 minutes. That's good. That's good production. That's what you want to see. Obviously, they're not going to give him a crazy role because of Jared Allen and Evan Mobley, unless they go down with an injury. But it's a luxury to have a guy as talented as Thomas Bryant as your fourth big on the depth chart. And he is a guy that can play power forward. He is a guy that can play center because of his good footwork and his ability to hit perimeter shots. Um, Makes him valuable while still being able to protect the rim. He can cover a lot of the floor and be a help defender or a Roman defender. And like I said, he can rebound too. He's not the greatest rebounder, but he is respectable for the minutes that he's been able to play in the roles that they've been needing him to. I think they're going to use him similar in Cleveland, like he's been used throughout his career. He was the 42nd overall pick out of Indiana in 2017. I also played for the Los Angeles Lakers, the Washington Wizards, and he also played for the Denver Nuggets while still playing for the Miami Heat and the Indiana Pacers, which was the last team he played for before he got this contract with the Cavaliers. So I like this move, and I think that's a good decision. Cleveland is still going to be one of the best teams in the NBA. They might even be the best team in the East when it comes to the regular season. And, something that they want to build on is having the best depth that they can have. And I think they're doing that really well this offseason as they are preparing for a training camp and obviously preseason. Princess Achiuwa and the Heat agreed to a 1 year deal. Precious played for the New York Knicks last season. The 6'4" averaged 6 points, 5 boards, and 20 minutes off the bench. So 6 points, 5 boards is really good. And he was able to do that in 20 minutes. And injuries had a little bit to do with that, but it just shows you that he was a guy that came out on the court and performed well when he was out there. He also started his career with Miami before being traded to the Toronto Raptors in 2021. For to add a little background on him, the Raptors then traded Achiuwa to the Knicks in late December of 2023, and now he's in Miami Heat. I think they needed more size. I think they needed a banger. I think they needed a hustle muscle guy to go along with Bam and Khalil Ware, and I think he would fit right into what Heat culture is all about. And he has the similar type of body. He has the similar type of drive, and I think that he will serve the Miami Heat well. This is a really good find late in free agency, and that's a productive player right there. So you're not really going to be mad about having him on your roster. You're going to be happy because the Heat does need more talent, especially guys that can come in and play hard every game and give you numbers every game that's actually consistent. And I think Precious Achiuwa can do that. CJ Fulton in a Timberwolves signed a Exhibit 10 contract. We're going to see if he's able to stay on the roster or if he can even get on the roster. It is a non-guaranteed deal for preseason, and we'll see what he's able to do with that opportunity. The Cleveland Cavaliers also agreed to deal with Killian Hayes. Some people like him, some people don't. Killian Hayes was on record saying that his goal is to make it back to the NBA. He did get a bad rap for underperforming. He couldn't really make a shot anywhere on the court. He wasn't the greatest playmaker, but he did show improvements in his game. And he averaged 9 points, 5 assists in 6 games with the Brooklyn Nets. I know that's a small sample size. That's why he had to continue to go harder just to get this deal with the Cleveland Cavaliers. But I do want to see if he actually stays on the roster. I do want to see how long he's going to keep his spot, because this is one of those deals where they're taking a chance on him and a flyer on him. They don't really know if they like him. They don't even know if they want to keep him. They're just giving him an opportunity to prove that he deserves to be on the roster. And it's up to him to play well and play good enough to get that spot and keep it, or even move up in the rotation. Other than that, you just got to be thankful for the opportunity. And I think he is, and he wants to prove himself, and we'll see if he does. The Indiana Pacers signed Monte Morris to a 1-year non-guaranteed contract. I feel like he's always been one of the better guards, as always, looked at as we can upgrade. But I feel like when he plays his role and he plays his game, he continues to show that he can play at the NBA level. Morris did average 5 points, 1 assist in 45 games for the Sun last year. He was showing you that he can hit the three, he can get to the basket, he can hit a floater, he can hit a free throw. And he's a guy that can make decent decisions when he's out there on the court. But if you can't find nobody better, you go to the guys that you know that can produce when it comes to being on a basketball court. And Monte Morris continues to always be that last pickup type of guy. It's unfortunate. It sucks, but at least he can still possibly earn a role with the Pacers this year and stay on the roster by the end of it. But like I said, the non-guaranteed deals is you're the first one to go. You're the first one to get cut if we like or find somebody else. And hopefully he can prove that he's the best guy they can get. And the Pacers have 13 guaranteed contracts on the roster heading into training camp. We're going to see if he can get his guarantee by the end of the year. Terrence Davis and the Kings signed a camp deal. We're going to see if he's able to stay on the roster. He's been able to show that he can be an NBA player. He can get to the basket. He can create separation. Not the greatest scorer, not the greatest playmaker, but he is a respectable player. Davis spent most of his season with the Wisconsin Herd of the G League, and in 38 G League games, Terrence Davis did average 14 points on 46 and 42% from three and 83% from the free throw line shooting splits. That's impressive. You realize he's going to be a role player if you put him in an NBA roster. He might not even give you 15 minutes, maybe 5 to 10. That's good. That's something that you need if somebody gets injured. You'd rather have him than not. You can always pick him up later in the season because he might be available. But he's still playing for his NBA goal. We'll see if he's able to reach it again and stay in the NBA a little bit more. He's playing hard. He's doing the best he can. We'll see if they can find a way to get him a permanent NBA spot. If not, it's best to have an opportunity not to, and that's why he has to look at it. KJ Martin also did get waived by the Jazz. That was something that we knew that they might do. He was on an $8 million non-guaranteed contract. Martin did sign a 2-year, $16 million contract with the Philadelphia 76ers during the 2024 offseason. Martin, he is a legitimate 6'6", 215. He appeared in 19 games and started 9 of them during the 2024-25 season with the Utah Jazz, and he only gave them 6 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist in 22 minutes. Obviously, you would like him to do more, but that's the do. And that's one of the reasons why he's not on the roster anymore. They need guys that have a higher ceiling. They need guys that can make a higher impact, and he just wasn't one of those guys. Although they gave him a legitimate opportunity, it just didn't work out for him and his team, and he ended up getting waived. Charlie Brown Jr. and the Grizzlies also agreed to a deal. Brown last played in the NBA during the 23-24 season, where he appeared in 8 games with the New York Knicks, and Brown also played in 22 games during the 21-22 season. He's trying to still prove that he's an NBA player. This contract may show that. We have to see what he does with it. The Grizzlies are loaded with guards and players, so it's going to be hard for him to crack the rotation. and we're going to see if he's able to do that, but it's not going to be easy. Other than that, that's basically all the crazy news. Braxton Key did sign with the Grizzlies. We don't know how long he's going to be with them. It's one of them type of deals. The Pacers did sign Steven Ashworth and RJ Felton to Exhibit 10 contracts also. The Heat did pick up 26 and 27 team options for Jaime Jaquez Jr. and Khalil Ware, which wasn't really a surprise. We was expecting that to happen. The Hornets did sign DJ Rodman. They did waive Marcus Garrett. The Raptors did sign Tyson to a Exhibit 10 contract. The Pistons did sign Quincy Oliveri to a contract. And after all of these guys possibly getting the opportunity again to prove that they're an NBA player, guys like Amani Bates, who is on his second team now, got picked up by the Philadelphia 76ers for right now. Kennedy Chandler also did. Malcolm Hill did. And Jalen Martin, they all going to be battling for for a roster spot this year for the Sixers. And if they don't make it, they're going to be going to another team trying to make their roster. The Jazz also did sign Stephen Crowell, Matthew Morrill to Exhibits 10 deals also. So as we get closer to the regular season and things like that, you're going to see a lot of these guys get cut. You're going to see a lot of these guys not make the final roster. That's just how it is. That's just how the game goes. And it's going to be even more shown that more people are going to get opportunities as the year continue to go on. Then it's going to stop when the buyout season happens. The best players that you can get role player wise is going to be available then. Those are going to be the guys you're going to really want to fill out your rotation and your roster with. And then you're going to go into the playoffs and try to do the best you can with the talent that you have. The GMs are making a lot of these moves to try to fill out the roster, fill out the depth as much as they can. And we're going to see who has the best rosters, especially health when these rosters are healthy. And that's going to be something that's fun and interesting to see as we get closer to the regular season and preseason. Other than that, thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for checking out the channel. Comment, like, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell for more analysis. And if you're new to the channel, that will allow you to get the analysis when it first come out. I also do make conversation videos just like this about various NBA only topics. I also do breakdowns with real footage of legends, current legends, rookies, and also future stars. I also do mock draft and draft coverage too. So if you love that type of content, you can't get enough of. I got over 3,000 plus videos already on my channel. Plus I upload every single day. Thank y'all for supporting me in the past. Thank y'all for continuing to support me in the present. Hopefully y'all continue to support me in the future. Also, thank y'all for making time for me. Thanks for caring about what I have to say and what I want to show y'all and make as a content creator. That's the best thing you can do, is make the content that you really want to make and you really want to show to people that really want to watch it and enjoy it. That's the best thing and the best feeling to have for a person like me. That's why I'm still going hard 10 plus years later. Let's make 2015 days of the past and make the present 2025 a better year altogether. Think we on pace to continue to do that. Let's get it done. We had a good beginning to the year. We had an exceptional middle of the year. Let's end this year the right way. But I need you guys to do your part by continuing to watch and continue to support like y'all usually do. But that's all I can ask for y'all, and y'all usually do it. So that's the 50-50 reason why I'm still here going hard for y'all, and it's so fun for me. So that's why we have so much fun together. Other than that, I'm going for now. Y'all stay blessed up, and see y'all when I see y'all, which should be tomorrow, hopefully. Going for now. Peace.